What's up, guys? E3 happened, and guess what was announced at E3? Halo fucking Infinite. Oh my gosh, I am so fucking pumped for the art style change alone. I know it's a bit too early. We didn't see any actual gameplay, but they did test the slip. They showed us part of what the Slipspace Engine would look like, and it looks freaking magnificent. And so basically, the entire trailer was just like showing us the aspects of this new Halo ring, and there's a lot of speculation from people like Hidden Xperia and Halo Canon and other people like that this is actually Halo Installation 07, which has a lot of tie-ins with stuff in the extended universe. The deer were apparently like a big part of the ecosystem for that ring, and there's speculation of whether or not the Flood is going to be in this game, which would be a major return to form to Combat Evolved days, and may or may not have Mendicant Bias, which, if you do not know, is the Forerunner AI who kind of went crazy during the Forerunner Flood War, and kind of helped the Flood for a little while. So there's a possibility there, and how this is going to tie into Halo 5, because this isn't going to be like a spin-off game or anything like that. This is like a dyed-to-the-wool continuation of Halo 5. Now, one of the big problems that arose post Halo 5, considering the story was the absolute crapshoot that it was, how are you going to continue off of that story into Halo 6 and in the Reclaimer saga like that? And honestly, that's a big thing that they're going to have to try to figure out, because honestly, I still have no idea how in the living world of hell they're going to fix the monumental failure that was Halo 5's campaign. I honestly don't know. I wish I did know, but I'm not the head writer. I hope they bring in the head writer for Halo Wars 2, because he was a major part of why Halo Wars 2 was such a fun and enjoyable game from a story perspective. So there's that we need to take into account. But honestly, that's my biggest concern right now is, are they going to be able to make a good story out of Halo Infinite? Which I don't think, and I like everybody else who's been freaking out about it, because I've been freaking out about it a lot too, but everybody who's been talking about it, everybody's saying, well, this is going to be Halo 6. It's like, I don't think this is going to be Halo 6. I think this is going to be that game, that middle game, okay? Like Halo 3 ODST was a middle game from Halo 2 to Halo 3, and it kind of tied in some loose ends. I think this is going to be that type of game. It's going to be just the Master Chief, okay? Like, honestly, I think this installation that we were shown in the trailer is the installation that was shown at the end of Halo 5. Now, the Chief goes there, and he gets separated from everybody, because it looks like he is by himself. Now, how he's able to get Cortana back, I am not sure. Maybe that was just a bit too much fan service for my liking. That may be it. I'm not sure yet. But it looks like this is just going to be a Chief-centered story. Like, there's going to be no one else. It's just going to be the Chief alone. And judging by the fact that we did see a few Marines in the trailer, means maybe we are getting back into some real Combat Evolved vibes by, the Chief fighting alongside Marines all the time, instead of the Chief fighting with a couple of NPCs that stay with you the whole time like they did in Halo 5. So, honestly, I think that would work. Because, honestly, ever since Halo 3, we've really been lacking that type of Marine gameplay from the storyline. And it's just, it kind of hurt Halo 4 in a way. Yeah, you got a few missions, but most of the campaign you're playing by yourself. So, and I know in Halo Combat Evolved you play most of the game. Well, not most of the game, half the game at least, without a Marine, but that's because you're fighting the Flood and the Covenant at the same time, so it's just like, it'd be a little bit too much to worry about, so it's just like, plus, if you read the novel of Flood, it would kind of explain why there was nobody with the Chief, because the Chief had to do his own thing. If you brought a Marine along, you'd definitely get them killed. But anyway, so yeah, it's very interesting to see what 343 is doing, and honestly, I think that they have learned. I think they are learning a lot more and more as a company. Okay, they have been under a lot of scrutiny, and surprisingly, I think they've handled it well. Like Barney Ross she hasn't been out there like some people, Ryan Johnson, attacking the fans because, and J.J. Abrams, attacking the fans because they're man babies or they're sexist for not liking the game because of some stupid bullshit. Okay, like, honestly, 343 is Disney Star Wars, only if Disney Star Wars would actually listen to the fan input. Okay, one of the big problems with Last Jedi, because there was no fan input at all. Okay, when you are the head of a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and you don't listen to the fans, you're gonna get hit in the butt at some point, okay? One of the big reasons Halo 5 kind of fucked up, because they don't listen to the fan input. And because Microsoft kind of fucked things up in production, and that was the best they could put out, but still, they didn't listen to really much of the fan input. A lot of people really wanted to explore the depths of the Chief's mind in Halo 5. They really wanted to explore the depths of the Chief's mindset after losing Cortana. Alright, and if you watch the Ackman's videos on Halo 5's campaign and why it's so shitty, he gives some good examples as to how they could have done Halo 5's campaign a hell of a lot better. And how, squad-based gameplay kind of fucked the story in the ass. And I think it did. As enjoyable as it might have been. But, yeah, it's just, and top that off, Halo 5 did not have split screen. So, it's just like a lot of people were really disappointed with 343 after Halo 5. And just like The Last Jedi, a lot of people were very disappointed after The Last Jedi. I won't give you my complete thoughts on that. I just don't like the way that the writers and directors are kind of handling backlash like that, and that's a cause for concern. But it looks like 343 has actually learned from the fan input, okay? I have not heard a single 343i hate video in quite a while, to be honest with you. And if there is a couple, it's just like kind of like how 343 has been handling Halo over the years since they acquired it from Bungie. So, yeah, it's just, I think 343 Industries has actually learned. They actually are listening to the fan input. They're not going out there and attacking the fans constantly. They're actually listening. And it feels good as a Halo fan to hear that your thoughts are being listened to, okay? They're not trying to pull The Last Jedi, where they throw every single theory out there and don't let them blossom. They're not going to pull an Evangelion 333, where they make its entire plot line 14 years later that makes absolutely no fucking sense. Okay, they're actually learning, and they're actually taking the time to develop something that they think a lot of people will enjoy, and it looks like a lot of people will enjoy, judging by people's reactions to the E3 trailer. So, honestly, 343, keep it up. Halo Wars 2 was a step in the right direction, and honestly, if you keep things going with Halo Infinite, if you can live up to the hype and the expectations from the trailer that had no campaign, but still, if you can live up to the hype and expectations that you have set yourself up for with this trailer, as long as you don't pull a Halo 5, there will be a lot of people praising you for what you've done. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole E3 trailer. I'm not gonna go into really the lore and the stuff like that about the new Halo ring, but I'm just giving you my thoughts on how I think Halo Infinite is going to, help Halo for the better, and how it's basically it might save the franchise from any further destruction caused by people's, I guess. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't die.